Falcon and the Winter Soldier is upon us. It is basically, by the time this video is released, should be merely hours away. I'm back here today with my boys, and today, as promised earlier on in the week, I'm going to be taking a look at some of the fan theories for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm going to be taking a look at some of the best and some of the worst fan theories. And I think one of the ones from WandaVision is more than likely going to cross over because I think since WandaVision, this guy is going to be theorized every show, every movie until he eventually rears his head. So yeah, without further ado, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on all forms of social media. Again, something else more. Follow us on all forms of social media. And yeah, let's get into it. The best and the worst fan theories for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Okay, so starting off with a theory I think is not very likely. The return of the Red Skull. So this theory goes that Red Skull got freed from Vormir and returned to Earth. And he is the reason behind all of the events of what's going to happen in the TV series. The reason I don't think this would be good, and why it's not likely, is it would really take away from Bucky and Sam by giving them a recycled villain. Yes, Red Skull's a great villain. Yes, he's constantly around the comics. But Cap already dealt with him. I think having Bucky and Sam take on Flag Smashers, Baron Zemo, and US Agent is going to be more than enough. So no, I do not think this one is likely, and I'd put this down as one of the worst fan theories. But again, I could be proved wrong. Next one is to non-comic readers, a fan theory. To comic readers, a fact. And next one I seen was that John Walker will be revealed as a villain. I mentioned that in the previous one just there. He is a villain. Let's be honest, he's gonna make a lot of people mad. Basically, he's MAGA Cap. To be honest, that's where I put it. He is gonna be the bad guy. So this fan theory is extremely likely to the point of basically fact. This next one is it made me giggle because I have to mention it, and it's not gonna happen. It's basically there's 0% chance. Falcon and the Winter Soldier are actually Zemo's henchmen. According to this theory, Zemo is actually a good guy and wants to take down the Flag Smashers and has hired Falcon and the Winter Soldier as his henchmen. Listen, I get it, people have wild fantasies, but let's be honest, looking at Zemo's character arc, he's not going to be hiring superheroes. He despises them. Now, this one is an interesting one, and one that I would actually really like to see more on. The government using Zemo as a propaganda figure. So, last we remember, Zemo is using the government's custody. So it's possible he's working for them, and this theory says that the government will be revealed as the ones who are using all the villains in this series as a way to validate the Sokovia Accords. Which again I think would be a good idea because there's a lot of grey area there with the Sokovia Accords and how they affect the MCU currently and how they'll affect it going forward. So having Zemo as their boogeyman could really help add more elaboration to the Accords, and it sticks with his character because it'll basically tell him to take down a couple of superheroes who he hates. This one is unlikely, and I hope it doesn't happen. There's been a lot of memes going around since the trailers with the dynamic between Bucky and Sam, they're great. But this one states that Falcon will keep trying to be a good Captain America, but won't do well. Basically, he's going to keep messing up. And they state that they turn the Winter Soldiers don't do anything stupid quote into a catchphrase, which I hope they don't do. It has so much weight at the moment. Let's not lose it. They can't make Falcon a joke. They can't, and I think Falcon is going to be a great Captain America. I think he's going to be amazing. Okay, this one is a good one. Sharon Carter will essentially take the place of Black Widow. So the romance between Sharon and Steve divided a lot of fans in the MCU, and I really hope we're going to touch on the fact that Steve went back and spent his life with her great aunt after kissing her. But in this theory, it states that she'll form a connection with Sam once he accepts that he's Captain America, and then the two of them will have the same kind of relationship that Steve and Nat had back in the likes of the Winter Soldier. I would like to see there Sam and Sharon be the new Steve and Nat. I think that would be a very interesting way to go about it. So there's a theory here that states the Winter Soldier will once again become a villain. No, don't see it happening. I think Wakanda, basically Black Panther, they removed all that pre-programming from his mind. I don't think they'll turn him back into a villain. I don't think they'll backtrack on almost 10 years of character development. So yeah, this one, no, it's not happening. But again, these are fan theories, and it's like, you prove me wrong yet again. Now this one, I'm 50-50 with. It's half good, half bad. The half I like is Sam and Bucky will become a team at the end of it, rather than a reluctant partnership. It will close out the series as a team, which would be good. Have that development. Start off as reluctant partners, finish off as a team. But in this theory, it states that they will become Team Captain America, and they will both be worthy of the shield at the same time and basically share the title of Captain America. I disagree with that. I think Sam needs his time in the limelight. I think if Sebastian Stan wants to stick around, I think they could eventually do the Bucky as Captain America storyline. But I think for the moment, give Sam that time in the limelight, let Sam be Captain America and keep Bucky as the Winter Soldier. Okay, this one has been going around, and it's, in my opinion, it's a mess theory, but it's funny to bring up. Mephisto. I think since WandaVision, I think no matter what show comes along now, everyone is going to theorize Mephisto. And I think while in WandaVision the theories were serious, I think they're a little more tongue-in-cheek in terms of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think possibly in Loki they might become more hopeful, but I think in this case they're theories that are just there to be a joke. They're a meme theory. Or are they? I did see a speck of red in that one scene in the trailer. The Flagsmaster's masks have a red palm on them. You know who has red palms? Mephisto. Think about it. One I have just seen there moments before recording, Red Hulk to make an appearance. That would be very, very interesting. We still don't know what the story is with Bruce Banner going forward and how Professor Hulk is going to fit into the greater MCU. I've seen other theories on that, but I'll do a separate video on future MCU theories. But we all know Ross in the comics becomes Red Hulk. I haven't seen that yet. But personally, even as a post-credit scene at the end, I wouldn't mind seeing Ross turn into Red Hulk. I think it'd be a great little way to segue into possibly having a Hulk movie in the MCU. Yes, I know, the Incredible Hulk, but you know what I mean. And it would give them a way to push Bruce Banner back into the front and explain to us what is going to happen with him in the future. Or even they could just have him move on into the She-Hulk series. And last but not least, in my opinion, the best theory that I've heard, most realistic, and I could definitely see it happen. I kind of hope it does. Rhodey will make amends with Sam and give him the push to be Captain America. So it's been confirmed that Rhodey is going to be appearing, and it'd be a great way for him to interact with Falcon.
They haven't really spoke. I know you could call now from an Infinity War and stuff, but we haven't really seen a conversation with them since Falcon was involved in Rhodey basically become paralyzed in Civil War. The theory claims that his role in the show will bring a closure to that. The theory basically states that Rhodey will appear and tell Sam to forgive himself for what happened in the Civil War, and they think that Rhodey's talk will be what pushes Sam to become Captain America and embrace that role by basically pointing out the reason Steve gave him the shield was because he was not a good soldier, but a good man. And it would be a great way to close out an arc that started 5 years ago.
Some absolute ultimate Green Goblin size fan theories there. Some that I could see having some sort of legs to them. Others that I can see being totally just masked in fantasy, and basically I see them as more wishes than theories. But again, listen, I have theories of my own that I think could come true. I have theories of my own that I hope come true. But at the end of the day, Feige likes to pull a Quicksilver on us constantly with the "you didn't see that coming." So I think that everyone have your theories. Go into the show with your theories. It's part of the fun of it, is coming up with these theories and waiting to see if they happen or they don't. If they don't happen, don't be a baby about it. Okay, if they don't happen, they don't happen. The ones that are trashing WandaVision because their fan theory didn't come in, they're ruining this little piece of fun we have as comic fans of having theories about the show. So have fun with it. Don't get too invested in it, and enjoy the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on all forms of social media.